Hello everyone! Wow, I'm very loud. Let me turn myself down. How are you all doing? I don't know why I'm subjecting myself to this, but I am excited for the lore of Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime, so welcome to my trailer reaction for Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. I also thought it was Chapter 2 the game being released until Ian very politely informed me that it was actually the trailer, but you know, it'll be okay. I still want to figure out what the hell is going on. And I would like to say a big fuck you to NFTs because, as we know, the developer of Poppy Playtime did briefly support NFTs. I think they still have maybe some up that they apparently can't take down, but there was a massive backlash, as there should be, because NFTs are bullshit. And by doing this stream, I do in no way endorse NFTs. I think they're the scum of the earth, so let's just get that out of the way really quickly. But anyway, this time it's all about reacting to scary things, probably one of them blue and fluffy shaped. But in this Chapter 2 story trailer, you can already see from the thumb of the actual thing on YouTube that I can't show right now because I'm waiting for the premiere to kick in, that it's like a bendy pink arm, and one of the things that was hidden in the back of those stupid NFTs that locked lore behind, like the NFT wall, which I'll get onto later, said that Mummy Longlegs is coming, so that, bendy pink arm is probably Mummy Longlegs and might also be, Kissy Missy. It could be the same person. Although in all the illustrations, Kissy Missy has, fur or, hair, whatever you want to call it, and that arm isn't hairy, so it might not be her, might be something else. But yes, I will be doing a full lore deep dive because we need answers about what the hell went on at the Poppy Playtime factory. Basically, a quick recap. I think it was 15 years ago or a long time ago, all the staff suddenly one day just completely disappeared, and after that point, Poppy Playtime factory just kind of stopped producing toys, and apparently you go there in the first chapter to try and figure out what happened, and you have this grab pack and you make your way through the factory, you meet Huggy Wuggy, you escape Huggy Wuggy, you kill Huggy Wuggy, and then you go down into the depth of the factory and you find Poppy Playtime, which was Playtime Company's flagship doll, because she's just like a real girl. And if you look in the trailers, especially the maintenance tape, I'm surprised how much of this I remember, you can see that when they maintain Poppy, they take what looks like a voice box out of her back, but there's tendrils and flesh and blood attached to it, and Poppy's eyes are creepily realistic when you get up close and personal to them. At the end of the trailer for Chapter 1, when you confront Poppy somewhere underground, a location we don't see in the game, her eyes move to look towards you in a way that's really realistic for a toy. So the obvious theory is that she's not a toy, she's actually made up of flesh and bone somehow. And in my recap of it, I theorise that Poppy is actually potentially Stella Graber, who is one of the employees at Playtime Company, and she kind of wanted to go back to childhood in her interview tape, so there's indications she could potentially be Poppy. If she kind of wanted to be a child forever, she might have wanted to be literally Poppy Playtime, because then she can be a toy and kind of be childlike forever. Or she could be just kind of in the background. But anyway, we don't know what happened on the night of all the employees disappearing. I have a theory that you, the player, let loose something because you're actually a toy. There are obviously other theories that Huggy Wuggy is the one who massacred everyone. But whatever it is, it's something to do with Experiment 1006, which was a creature that Poppy Playtime Company were creating that they wanted to kind of sell to children to be basically the ultimate toy. And the idea was that it was sentient and it had its own mind and it loved interacting with children. And you can see where this is going to go wrong. And something did go wrong because on the night of the all the employees disappearing, it's heavily implied that Experiment 1006 was the one who killed everyone or put them somewhere, and more on where they put them in just a bit. Experiment 1006 went wrong and is different from other toys because unlike all the other experiments they implicitly were working on based on text in the game and the trailer especially, Experiment 1006 doesn't have any need for sustenance, but it chooses to eat things. And in my breakdown of the lore of it, you can see me painstakingly paste together all the like missing letters and stuff that indicates Experiment 1006 just liked to kill things. It didn't need to eat them, it just did it for pleasure or something else. So the theory is Experiment 1006 is the one that did the complete massacre. In terms of where all the employees went, there are loads of theories about this. So the biggest one is that the employees were kind of like had revenge brought upon them by the toys, because we're going real deep here, because there's a theory, one that I share, that in order to make their toys more realistic and responsive to children, the Playtime Company factory used orphan children and kind of like put them, like flesh and bones and brains and stuff and everything, into toys to make them more kind of like realistic and like, you know, love to play with children and stuff. And either the theory is that those toys finally got revenge on the employees for doing that to them, those children, or something happened and the sentient toys, you can hear Rosie in the background, put the employees into the toys when they killed all of them, or put them somewhere else, but we really don't know. We really don't know what happened. All of that is kind of just theorising. But anyway, right at the end of chapter 1, Poppy Playtime says, you've opened my case, and she sounds kind of like surprised about it. And then at the end of the teaser trailer for chapter 2, she says Mummy doesn't like guests. So the implication is that in chapter 2 we're going to have a female coded enemy that's going to be the main antagonist of it. It could be Kissy Missy, it could be the Mummy Longlegs that we mentioned earlier, could be a completely different character. But I think indicating by the kind of pink hand that's holding Huggy Wuggy in the thumb for the trailer, that's gender roles. Yay! It's going to be something like Kissy Missy is going to come after you. And we don't know if Huggy Wuggy is dead, because at the end of chapter 1, Huggy Wuggy like fell to his death down in the kind of like big factory processing area just before Poppy's room. He spilt blood, which I think indicates that he's an experiment and has kind of like human components. But we didn't see his dead body. And no one's dead in any fiction until you see the dead body. It just doesn't happen at all. Oh my god. I remembered a lot of that. I'm surprised. I didn't even refresh my memory. It's always just stored in my brain. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to watch the trailer. We're going to analyse it afterwards. And then we're going to have a chat and decide what we think chapter 2 is going to be like. They did say it will be releasing in early 2022, so there's the possibility that the chapter 2 could come out like next week or next month or something. I have as you'll notice, a picture in front of the premiere, because they don't have like a splash screen. It premieres in 60 seconds, so very exciting. Yeah, he's probably angry, Binder. Probably angry. But yeah, I think there's theory... Wait, was it developers that said that Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy were like brother and sister? People thought they were husband and wife, but maybe Kissy Missy is trying to get revenge for what you did to Huggy Wuggy. But yeah, I'm very excited. I really, really hope that we get to see more of Poppy Playtime herself, because she's sick. I'm just waiting for the premiere to go live, and then I can full screen it in another window and get rid of this image, and we can all watch it together and scream for a little bit. Wouldn't that be lovely? Why do I do this to myself? Why? Ian's definitely going to be with me when we play through chapter 2. I don't think he'd dare pass up the chance to see that live. Oh, but yeah, I'm just waiting for the premiere to go live. It says it will begin shortly. It is 4 o'clock on the dot, so everyone, just bear with. I'm just going to refresh the page. Come on, show it. Show it to me. Show it to me. Hide the chat. I don't need the chat in my life. Yes, and there is obviously going to be a lore deep dive on chapter 2, because I need to know what happened. I'm fixated. I need to know what happened, and I need to theorise about it, and I hope there's some secrets and stuff hidden. Oh, Kevin Welch, you need your Bundy stuffed animal real quick. I've got Bundy in the other room from Phasmo. Okay, where's my premiere, YouTube? Where is it? Come on. Kick in. But yeah, so what are your theories for chapter 2? Nicholas doesn't think Huggy's dead. I don't think Huggy's dead either. I think they're going to bring him back for some reason. Terror screams. but I think he'd be injured at least, and the idea of an injured Huggy Wuggy walking slowly towards you is also terrifying. Oh, here we go. I think you can hear... I'm just gonna like... I muted the ad because I'm not having that happen. But here we go. Oh, no, I just made myself go away. That's the right one. Oh, she's a professional, everyone. Let me just fiddle with this so that we know it's exactly the right shape. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Okay, it's very quiet, is it? Can you hear this? Is this an okay volume? It's very loud in my ears. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to tell me. Wait after the premiere countdown to raise the volume. Okay, Nightcat, cheers. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit for the premiere bit. But here we go, everyone. I know, an ad popped up before the thing, and because, what's the right way to put it? Because I'm fussy, I didn't want the ad to be on the channel because we're not getting money from it, so why should we? I know, Nightcat, yes, the countdown is always super loud. But yeah, so we're looking out for hints that Huggy Wuggy is potentially coming back. Kissy Missy, and if she's Mummy Longlegs, considering Kissy Missy has long limbs, it probably is the same person, but we never know. Might be a spider creature, so if you've got arachnophobia, might not be one for you. And then also Poppy. Because now we've opened Poppy's case, so will she be helping us? Will she be helping us find the missing employees? Or will she be a kind of like antagonist, not wanting us there? But for whatever reason, Poppy was for some reason locked down in her own room, like being appeased by all these childish surroundings and the like rocking horse that was nearby and that secret door that presumably leads to the next area of the game. So we don't really know if Poppy is like a victim or whether she's actually orchestrating all of the stuff that happened. Like, who wrote us the letter to go and find out what happened to everyone? I don't know. Okay, here we go, everyone. Are we ready? I'm not ready. Why do I subject myself to this? Okay, let's do this, everyone. That's a toy. Because that's the opening, that's the floor that's on kind of the opening section. I don't think that's us. It looks like a grab pack hand, but I don't think that's us.
Terrible things have happened.
Ooh.
Where do I even begin? You are perfect.
What? Different hand. Those television screens?
Perfect to lose.
What does that mean?
You're in grave danger.
Was that a sunflower?
She's watching your every move.
Oh.
So you better be
Oh.
careful.
What was that? Are those other Huggy Wuggies?
Mommy doesn't like guests. A new playmate.
Does she have a... Oh my god, it's Mummy Longlegs.
So numb.
Oh, she's like Betty Spaghetti, but all fucked up. Fly in a web. It's a good name, Fly in a web, but you don't use Times New Roman font. Use a different one. Right, we are absolutely going to watch that again. Hang on a second. Let me just overlay this with the actual image that we need. And then... Ooh. Hang on, let's go right back to the beginning. Okay, we're going to skip this 2 minutes. I don't know about you, but I'm okay not saying that. But no, it's not Kissy Missy. It's someone else entirely. Right. I'm going to boost the volume a little bit. Here we go. So that's a toy of Huggy Wuggy. Lots of toys of Huggy Wuggy were in like the opening area when you first see his giant statue. So I think that's just meant to be like symbolic. I think.
Terrible things have happened.
That's Poppy's voice.
Where do I even begin?
Train station.
You are perfect.
What we gotta figure out is what the next area is through that secret door. Those look like TV screens.
Too perfect to lose.
So is this Poppy Playtime or Mummy Longlegs talking? I think it's Mummy Longlegs. She said new playmate,
Grave danger.
so I think she wants to keep you there.
She's watching your every move.
But then that sounds like Poppy. But is it Mummy Longlegs talking
So
about
you
Poppy?
better be careful. Mommy doesn't like guests.
But then, is that not Poppy talking, saying Mummy doesn't like guests?
It's been so long.
Okay, we're going to be replaying this multiple times, don't worry, and I will be pausing it. It sounds like... So if she says Mummy doesn't like guests, the assumption is that she is talking about... The person speaking in the trailer is Poppy Playtime. So when she says you're too good to lose, does that mean that Poppy wants to keep you there? Because if so, that means she's the antagonist. Because there was a lot of stuff on the fence about whether Poppy was like a victim or whether she was controlling everything. I'm not sure. Silence says I think it's Poppy up until a new playmate. Here's Toto. Maybe they could be voiced by the same person. Maybe they're supposed to have similar voices. I mean, we're going to obviously watch it again. Oh, yeah. So this is Mummy Longlegs' hand coming to take Huggy Wuggy away. Yeah, Clark, I think so. I think we might have to compare Poppy's voice.
Terrible things have happened.
That's referring to the employees going missing. Okay, let's have a look at this. So we've got a train station right here. The clock is at 9:30, I believe. Although the clock's upside down. Look, 12 is at the bottom and 6 is at the top, so it's actually 3 o'clock. That also, hello, here's Toto, by the way. That also kind of like harkens back to the gift shop in chapter 1, where the train going around the top of it indicates the order in which you need to press the buttons. So I'm assuming we'll have another kind of puzzle-based thing at the moment. Toto's got a cold, by the way. Can you all just say, get Bellacine to Toto? But anyway, so we've got a train station. Not much more we can tell about it then, but I assume it's going to be puzzle-related.
Where do I even begin?
So Poppy telling us about what happened, whoever's speaking, whether it's Poppy or Mummy Longlegs, knows what happened to the employees. The implication being that she's going to let us know what happened to them, saying, where do I even begin? So, like, I feel like she might be withholding some knowledge or something. Maybe she wants something from us first. Okay, this is just like a plain corridor walking. The tiles, as you can see, is the same as the tiles in the opening area in chapter 1, where you see the massive Huggy model. So that's indicating, I think, if that's the default flooring for the factory, which I think it is, I think this indicates that we're probably, I mean, as is obvious by the pipes in the back area, it's possible that this is the where the secret door goes in Poppy's room, just because it looks like kind of behind the scenes hallway. Like, there's no posters for visitors, there's no kind of like dressing up of it, the walls are very plain, so it looks like this is a back corridor that not many people will go through, so it could be the one that links Poppy's room to the kind of wider area. And also notice we do have the blue and the red hands, which are the same that we have in chapter 1. And I think the indication is that in chapter 2 you have a green hand, so this takes place before we meet the green hand, which means that it might take place at the beginning of chapter 2. Because as you see, we need a red hand to enter through here. Let's keep going. I'm going real in depth with this. They look up, but I don't think that's because anything's hidden that I can see so far. I think that's just to indicate how, like, big this corridor is, potentially.
You are perfect.
Okay, saying you are perfect is a weird thing to say, do you not think? Like, I think you're a toy, personally. I don't think you're a person. I think to compliment someone like that, it must be like, oh, you're the perfect toy that Playtime wanted to create. And yes, Epic Glamour, I think Mummy Longlegs might be Experiment 106. She says new playmate, though, so what we've got to figure out is, what does she do with her playmates? I think the obvious indication is that she kills them in some way through playing with them, but we'll have to find that out. So this is the green hand that you get, which unlocks new areas in chapter 2. What happened to your red hand, though? I feel like it probably got yanked away from you by one of my Mummy Longlegs, I assume. Like, maybe there's a chase sequence and she pulls it off of your, like, she pulls it off of your hand, so you have to then have a replacement green one or something. This looks like TV screens, but I believe we're actually in this area in a later scene that gives us a better look. These are stairs going downwards, and we look like we're pulling us... Hang on, no, wait. We're pulling ourselves up, not down. So these are multicoloured stairs, so maybe a public place, because otherwise why would you dress it up to look so pretty? We're pulling ourselves up, so going up into, like, the taller bits of the tower. We did see that kind of observatory, like, dome that was in chapter 1 in the opening area, so maybe something like that. Yeah, Badger, good point. Could mean you're the perfect person to turn into a new toy. Yeah, that might be it. This is Mummy Longlegs' hand, just... God, it is a long leg, it's so long. This is just the puzzle stuff. Same do not enter stuff with, like, tunnels going in different places. Just ordinary puzzles. Okay, back here, this looks like that same kind of security thing we saw earlier. So what is this we've got going on here? These, I think, are just going to be a colour sequence thing, like press them in the correct sequence. But I'm trying to figure out what these figures are. It might just be static. I don't see a face or anything in that. Does anyone else? I'm trying to see if I can see, like, because it would be a common horror motif to have, like the eye of the antagonist in, like, TV screens. Oh, Patrick, thank you for the super chat. Isn't Mummy Longlegs from Resident Evil 8? Yes! Oh my god, Patrick. Took me a second. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. Poppy then says you're in grave danger. And what the fuck is this? Look. So that's the sunflower toy we see in a later screen. Maybe Mummy Longlegs has, like, toy minions. Maybe it's, like, spying on you. Could be a jump scare. Oh, thank you. Yes, Nightcat. That's a very good point. Oh, no, that's not it. You do full stop. Hang on a second. Let's have a look. Thank you, Nightcat. Okay, let's go back a bit. I don't know how to go back. I know full stop makes you go forward. Okay, so here we go. Oh, is that an eye? Are these eyelashes here and a pupil? Yeah, I think it is. Look. Thank you, Nightcat, you genius. Look, I think this might be an eye here. So this is the outer or inner corner. This is the pupil. Maybe these are eyelashes and this is just... No, it's blood! Oh shit, it's definitely blood! No. Does that not look like scrapes? Like someone, like, pouring blood or, like, you know, finger painting with it? You know what I mean? Like, pulling it down. Oh, thank you, Salen. It does. Thank you so much. So yeah, I feel like maybe those are either an eye or blood scrapes. But they look like security cameras, so has every security camera being painted over, perhaps? Let's look. I'm going to keep going forward with full stop. So if we look at the other ones now, I don't think they're going to be entirely clean because motion and stuff. But it does look like we have individual kind of, like, smudges happening here. So potentially this is a security room, and someone, Mummy Longlegs or the other toys or stuff, has covered up the feeds of the security cameras with the blood, potentially the blood of the employees, maybe? Perhaps? But this definitely looks like a security room to me. I mean, there's loads of TV screens. You'd think that if you were conducting, when you're conducting experiments on toys, you'd probably want to have cameras literally everywhere so they don't get loose. But yeah, an eye or blood, I think.
In grave danger. Again,
Poppy warning us that nothing's safe, and I wonder why. Okay, so here we meet some new toys. We have the sunflower right here. Toto wants to get out because he doesn't like the sunflower. Sunflower right here, which looked like kind of like the thing that was watching us before. We also have this, whatever this is. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before. We've seen Boogie Bot, and like, what's Candy Cat and all the other ones, but this looks like a rabbit with one ear or something. You see a mouth here and this. These are the same boxes from chapter 1, so it looks like we're going to be introduced to some new toys. This looks new as well. I think these are like back hind legs or something, perhaps. Yeah, Jelly Crab. Maybe someone's covered the cameras with blood to block from seeing something. That's a good point. But let's have a look. I think this is going to be like a... This looks like it's a sequence thing, or like... Is that... No. Sorry, take that back. There's like a circle. Looks like it's got a cross through it. Oh, these are going to be opening doors. So these are opening doors with like stuff coming out of them. The same kind of ones that you go through when you're being chased by Huggy Wuggy. Okay, that's fine. We got that. She's watching you. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Hang on a second. Whoa. Wait. Let's go back. Back. Does this not look like the... Does that not look like the roof to the not the observatory, but the observatory like dome in chapter 1? You know that room where you meet Huggy Wuggy for the first time, the massive model of him? If you look up, the roof is like curved, like half a sphere. And this kind of, the way that that beam is like pointing upwards kind of makes me think that she's pulling something up from that room. And there are loads of Huggy Wuggy toys in there, like in boxes and stuff. So I don't know what that means for the story. I think it might just be a cool thing to maybe reuse some assets, but it's a cool detail that she's like picking up toys from the opening area. Maybe. Okay. I hate this. You're going to be in a playroom. What's weird is that it's a playroom that doesn't have any windows. And I believe if we keep looking, the walls don't seem to have any kind of like decoration on them whatsoever. It kind of just looks like a test area. So either this was like, because I think if it was for the kids that came to visit the factory, you would want the walls and stuff to look pretty. You wouldn't just have like plain pipes and like bricks and stuff. So I think this means that it's like a testing area for the toys they're creating maybe, or like something to keep them like occupied. Okay, something happens here. What is this? There's something right here. But I don't know if it's Huggy. I don't think it's... Is it Mummy Longlegs? Oh, here we go. No, it's a caterpillar. Oh, God. What the fuck? Okay, Toto doesn't like caterpillars. Are you going to get down? You have to get down this way because my laptop is over there. I don't want you breaking it because you're big. Yeah, look, we've got eyes, a mouth, and I think this is it as well. If it does this. So being chased by a caterpillar at some point. That'll be nice and fun. I think if it's really long, like that Snake game you used to play on your mobile, then potentially it could be blocking off exits with like the rest of it. Like its body. Let's keep going. So that's great. We've got spiders and caterpillars. Okay, what the fuck is happening here? I think that's another Huggy Wuggy. Look. Its hand is exactly the same as the other Huggy Wuggy. Like the main one that you see. Like it's got that kind of like yellow triangle with the black rectangle like right here, and there's two of them. So we've got a yellow one or a green one there, what looks like. We've also got this over here. What is this? Is this another head poking out like a shark or a dinosaur or something? And this does look like it's for kids because again it's got painted walls and stuff. Yes, Genix, I'm 99% sure I saw multiple Huggies in the dark playroom. Definitely. So let's go forward a bit more. Here we go. Yeah, look, right there in the corner. Let me try and get a clearer frame of it. Right here. This looks like a pink or a red one. So that's going to be fun. So there's multiple Huggy Wuggies. Potentially, if she's taking the toys from the opening area, these could be either toys she's animated herself. By she, I mean Mummy Longlegs, or who knows, Poppy Playtime. But it just seems like you're going to be chased or have to contend with multiple Huggy Wuggies, which is worrying. They don't look too big, though. Although they are at a distance, they might be smaller. But this looks like some kind of construction here. I think it's kind of painted onto the walls deliberately, but... like, what? All new flavours, jelly crab. Oh, what are we doing here, though? Is this a way to, like, kill them or, like, put them out of action if we pull them out? Oh, look, and there's one here as well. That's a yellow one. It's kind of like whack-a-mole, it looks like. Like, you whack them to make sure they can't come out. Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. You're, like, just pushing them back in. Maybe that makes them stop, like, coming out at you. Oh, fuck. What is this? Okay, so this is us going underground. It looks like we're going through some kind of, like, cave-like tunnel. These look like tiles, so... Oh, my God. Is Mummy Longlegs, like, a burrower? Because... the way she comes at you later on in the trailer, which we'll see soon, she, like, crawls, and it kind of makes you feel like burrowing, potentially. Something's happening here with our hand. Electrified. Maybe this is a way that we, like, knock out different creatures, different toys in Chapter 2, by, like, slapping them with our hand or something. Whatever it is, we're clearly running from something here, so we're going to be chased through some tunnels, which just brings back great memories from Chapter 1. Oh, this is like a new thing. Here we go. So this is us grappling ourselves over a chasm using one of the arms. We're kind of swinging over. This looks like just a normal maintenance corridor, which means potentially we'll be like going into the kind of innards of the factory a bit more. like trying to figure out what's going on behind the scenes. In the old files to chapter 1, people found online, I forget their name, that there was originally going to be a doll factory. So potentially, if this is going in the back of the factory, they could be trying to bring back that doll factory scene that was cut, because you wouldn't have. Although it wasn't their tourist tape looking through the doll factory. Let's just keep looking. Ooh, I missed that. I looked away for 1 second. Yep, that's just us going up. Mummy Longlegs again, still pulling the toy. It says she doesn't like guests. What does that mean? Does that mean that she likes toys who live there, but she doesn't like people who come and visit?
A new playmate.
See, look, this is her crawling through the pipes again. So this is kind of like Huggy Wuggy, but not really, because she's pulling herself. She definitely looks like a kind of spider creature, so I'm really sorry if you have. Oh no, yeah, maybe. So she doesn't have 8 legs, but she has 4 legs. So I think the implication is much like Huggy. She can stand up, she can be the bipedal, or she can be on like 4 legs. She looks a lot like Betty Spaghetti, which was an amazing toy to play with when younger. Yeah, I think maybe the idea is that like, that's a good point, William. She doesn't like guests, she loves them. That she wants people to stay and play with her. God, she's... So like... Let's have a look at her. She doesn't have any teeth in her mouth, unlike Huggy Wuggy. So, like, that doesn't mean she's not threatening or scary, but, like, is the implication that she's gonna, if she catches you, she'll kind of, like, eliminate you a different way? Perhaps? Because Huggy Wuggy kind of, like, put you in his mouth, whereas she doesn't seem to have any teeth, so maybe she'll, like, squeeze you or something? I'm afraid the animation doesn't look super good for her, but oh well, kind of everything. She doesn't blink, so that's fun. Her eyes look very toy-like as well, so there was a theory going around for a while that if you look in Huggy's eyes in the still of the game of chapter 1, he's got kind of like bloodshot eyes hiding behind his doll eyes, but upon looking at closer inspection, it kind of looks like there's just a reflection of the floor. But she doesn't have human eyes either, so potentially not a human in her, with a human in her. Oh, Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm conflicted about Huggy Wuggy being dead because it would be a shame for such a scary character to be underutilized like that. But at the same time, his movements freak me out so goddamn much. Get him away. I completely agree. And then the title to chapter 2 is Fly in a Web, which again indicates that Mummy Longlegs is spider related. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, Luke Whitehouse, if she's the experiment that doesn't need to eat, then she might not need teeth but swallows you whole anyway. Yeah, potentially. Let's give this one more look through, because I've somehow made a like 2-minute trailer last about 25 minutes. So, would she be upset at you that you killed Huggy Wuggy? That's the question. Does she have her own area of the factory that she's kind of like in charge of? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And when it comes to like this voice of Poppy, does that mean that she's helping you out? Does it mean she's an antagonist? Is she warning you? Like, there's just so many kind of, like, unknown elements about what Poppy is up to. Okay, so train station once again. Oh, shit, these are webs! Look. I thought this was just, like, broken stuff, but it looks like they're web strands or something. So does Mummy Longlegs, like, does she weave webs behind her or something? I don't know why that would be something that she'd do if she's a toy created to, like, entertain children, but then, I mean, it might be fun. You have, like, Spider-Man and stuff. Billy Huddy doesn't think Huggy's dead. I don't think he's dead. I think he's going to come back and be, like, all broken and stuff, which just makes him more terrifying. But anyway, it looks like these are webs that Mummy Longlegs has put all around this train area. Which is another thing that's going to be terrifying, but interesting, so she could potentially stick you in places. When she comes right up into our face in that last scene, that might be because she's got us stuck and we can't run away. You never know. Silent, thank you so much for the super chat. The voice is definitely different later on. Everything before a new playmate is all Poppy, after is Mummy Longlegs. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. I think you're right. I really think you're right. I think this again is like a puzzle or something, or this is what we're going to use to get around the factory, potentially. Could be a way for us to like get between the different sections, because obviously like underground where you have Poppy's room, there's a lot going on in this factory that like public don't know about, so it would make sense if they got some kind of like secret transit system to get from one place to the other, from one department to the other.
Where do I even
Okay, so that's Poppy trying to help us. So maybe Mummy Longlegs will take Poppy away from us or something like that.
You are perfect.
Thanks. Let's go back for a little bit here just to see if there's anything in that wide shot that we missed. I don't think so. I think it's just a light here. I don't think there's anything massive like missing. Or another conveyor belt though. See, in this screen, there's no red or anything. It could be because the light's shining through them, but there's no red, no blood, so maybe it is like something that's meant to look like an eye.
Too perfect to lose.
So is that Poppy saying that? Too perfect to lose? Does that not imply that she wants to keep us nearby? Oh! Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's go back. Can you hear me just tapping my keyboard furiously? Our hand is like red. Is it? Or am I losing my mind? Have I watched this trailer too many times? Hang on a second. Sorry, I thought this might be a red hand. Because, no it's not, it's green. My bad. But anyway, this is how we electrify the hand. So maybe like a time trial in some way. You need to make sure that you press the other button, like, in time for your hand. The, like, electric current going through your hand.
You're in grave
Okay.
danger.
Someone did say in the comments maybe the like sunflower is a clue as to what order to press those buttons in, which yeah, I think that's reasonable. Another warehouse.
Your every move.
This is where we fight the caterpillar. This is where we play whack-a-mole with all of the Huggy Wuggies. Going through the burrow, grappling over the top. Yeah, so if Mummy Longlegs is experiment 1006, maybe she took all the other employees to be her playmates? Potentially? Maybe? And I think that's it. I think that's what we've got. I don't think there's anything after this. And I don't think we got a date for it coming out either. But yeah, so there we go. I think that's about all I can get out of the trailer for now. Do make sure to subscribe to Eurogamer if you're not already, because I will be doing a playthrough of Chapter 2 along with Ian. But yeah, so if you enjoyed that, I really hope you did, because I went deep on that and I didn't expect to. Make sure to subscribe to Eurogamer. You can also follow me, Zoe Dells, on Twitter and Instagram at my tag just down below there. And when Chapter 2 gets released, I will be doing a stream of it on the channel, so make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. And I'll also probably be tweeting about it on my own account. But yeah, I will see all of you, where's the button, next time. Don't get nightmares from this. I think I'm going to be looking at this trailer in even more detail because I'm a little bit obsessed now. Anyway, I'll see all of you gems later on. Goodbye.